Good evening. Welcome back. The 17th of July 2026, Friday, 7:15. I hope you are well and getting ready for the weekend. This time, I make a note of each meals, and that helps me with the screenshot. I don't have to dig out the times. Helps me on the side. So I forgot to take a picture last night. All we can work with is this morning's picture. That goes back to I'd say about 9 o'clock, just before 9. You have to take my word on this one. I had 200 grams of cottage cheese for the night, and I was on 6.5. So we've got a little elevation. It went up to about 8 and then slowly drop back under the borderline. Being up for a little bit, and it didn't want to move. I didn't feel bad at all. I should do a finger prick, but I didn't. It seemed pretty stable. I felt okay. So I had the first meal, 250 grams of full-fat Greek yogurt with a tablespoon of almond butter. That was 10 minutes past 6. And as you can see on this picture, at 17 minutes past, it's already started to come up a little bit. I had a black coffee, and I started the morning as usual with a pint glass of warm water, a pinch of salt, and fresh air, and moving around a little bit. Rocky was ready for a walk, so we went out because it was a little elevation. I had glucose tablets on me. We only planned to go out for a 10, maximum 15 minutes around here in the park. I was okay with it. Came home and I started to slowly drop. I was getting ready to hit the park, get a full body calisthenics session. So I had 50 grams of fresh blueberries with a handful of walnuts. Went to the park, had a great sesh. 1 hour, full body. 1 hour included stretching at the end and a good warm-up. The warm-up normally takes about 15 minutes. I never skip this. I'm 41. I have to make sure I'm ready for the strength training. 9:15, I got home about 9 o'clock. So because of the blueberries and the strength training, I've got a little spike, but I'm still in green. And then as soon as I finished, I walked home. That's about 5 minutes, and I started to drop. I didn't take a picture. You have to take my word on this. But as usual, I had beef bone broth with 5 grams of creatine straight when I got home. Had a shower, and I had a nice meal straight after. I'm addicted to this. It's chestnut mushrooms, egg omelette. 4 eggs this time. Running out of eggs, so I've only had 4. I would eat 5 or 6, but it's just 4. A half a mug of whole milk, a small sized banana, and 1 green bell pepper. No insulin required. And on this one, it stopped the drop. Had a little spike, and I was up around 7.2, 7.5 when I went to the barber's. The barber is less than 10 minutes walk from here. I had a haircut. I didn't have to wait there. I had a haircut. Came home. Got home about 5.5, and then I started to drop rapidly. I was planning to drink a black coffee, but when I seen it's going down, and I had a bit of feeling as well, I just stopped the drop with a medium-sized apple. And just to make sure I'm fine, I had another 250 grams of full-fat Greek yogurt with 50 grams of fresh blueberries and 1 tablespoon, you don't see in the picture, 1 tablespoon of almond butter mixed with the yogurt. And of course, I didn't have to take insulin. The next picture at court. So as you can see, I was around this 6 zone, little elevation there. I didn't take a picture of it, but I had black coffee with about 150 milliliters of milk. I just wanted to finish the milk off. I bought some more. And a handful of walnuts. As soon as I drink the milk, started to go up. But this is because it was laying on me. I'm probably had a little compressed issues. And that's Rocky out. And the next picture is 12 minutes to 6 before I started my meal. I injected 20 minutes before my first bite. And I had to make sure I'm always eating nice, nutritious food. But this time I had chicken liver with bell peppers, red, yellow and green, and 1 red onion, a bit of spices, black pepper, chili powder, red paprika, good amount of salt, good pinch of salt, and I had gherkins on the side. There's one thing I forgot to sprinkle some parsley all over. Liver goes with parsley. Chicken liver, this is delicious, full of nutrition. My body craves for good food. The next picture, so I'm injected 20 minutes before this meal. It's mixed up with fridge cold boiled potatoes. When it was almost done, I just throw the potatoes in, mixed it well, and that's heated up. So I had a nice meal like that. And I injected 1 unit for this. Normally I will 2, or on a very lazy day 3, because the amount of the potato, the onions, the peppers. But we were planning to go out with Rocky, and I've also, even though I was eating all day, I'm still insulin sensitive, so 1 unit was enough. And when I had a couple of minutes walk just around the house, sit down for a little bit. I was waited, and when it started to kick in, we went out for a walk. As always, I had glucose tablets on me, shops around, so I don't have to worry about anything. That was 1 hour after injected, so that's the time when the insulin is buzzing. Let's get the actual figure. I'm happy with this. 6.3 currently. As you can see, we stopped the spike. Little stabled, dropped a little bit, and now we are here. I still have to inject the long-acting one, so that's left. And I'll finish recording. I will inject, and I will definitely eat tonight some cottage cheese, probably a bit of Greek yogurt as well, mixed. Maybe I put some almond butter in it. I used to love to have protein powder, vanilla ice cream protein powder with it, but I try to stay away from it. I think it's just too much, because eating, loads of protein, especially dairy, and then mix the powder in, that doesn't do too much good for my stomach, I guess. Even if I can tolerate, that's not very good. Sometimes I have issues in the toilet when when I'm overeating on the protein powder, and I try to stay away. I think we had a break now, nearly a week. I didn't use it. I try to. I've always tried to keep it like in a healthy balance. I treat it as a dessert, not because of the protein benefit. I get the nutritions and the vitamins and the aminos and pretty much everything out of food. I'm on a real food diet, so I'm not really thinking too much about this. But treating as a dessert, I think, is better than a Snickers bar or a piece of cheesecake. It actually tastes very nice. But as I said, sometimes I struggle in the toilet because I think it's just too much with the high protein content of the cottage cheese and the Greek yogurt. So we'll see. I definitely will eat something. If I don't forget, I will take a picture just before I go bed. And this is it from me for now. Overall, I'm happy with today and today's performance. And the exercise was just great. It's good to see how I'm improving. I had a back injury. If you watched videos from the early days, I had back injury, and I came back about 4 weeks ago now, 3-4 weeks ago, and it's good to see how I'm improving. So I'm looking forward to the next session. Also, is another thing, my metabolism is speeding up, so I need less insulin because it's nice out there because of the warm weather, and also because I'm exercise every other day now. So the metabolism wheel is spinning and I can eat more. I need less insulin, and is always a good thing. There's one more thing what I want to add to this one about my diet. Believe it or not, is not boring for me. This is the way how I was eating, almost how I was eating before type 1. I've only been in the type 1 game for 9.5 months, and I've been living this way for years. About a type 1, there is an influencer out there. I'm not an influencer, I just share my experience. It's a diary. I'm not telling anyone what to do or what is good or what is bad. I just show you guys what I'm doing. But I've seen a guy out there, I'm not going to name the person, he's a coach, and he was talking about how to eat pizza, and the trick is to get physically active, exercise, and then you need less insulin, and for your body is easier to handle. Otherwise you could inject a lot, and then as the big numbers, when you inject a lot, is more chance if it goes bad or something happen. So it's just one thing to this one. I'm not a doctor, but I've been told when I started on type 1 and I did my research about diabetic related issues such as joint aches, and this is because of the infection. So one thing what we got to know when we eat pizza or fast food, these type of food like bread, especially in a larger amount, that cause infection in the body, whether you're diabetic or non-diabetic. So it's not just you dealing with the amount of carb, your body is in panic mode and you deal with the infection. And I've also, luckily, touch wood, I didn't have to experience the sick rules and how is it like when when you ill, you have a cold or flu, because I don't really catch any colds or any flus, or I'm in generally healthy. And so I hope I'm never going to experience this, but we will see. But it just doesn't make any sense to me when you have exercise and you're physically active and your body is craving for food, is craving for good nutrition. So why you would give a pizza to your body why you want to rebuild your body pizza when it's not the best out there for you and it's causing infection. So it just doesn't make any sense to me. But I see the logic behind. I see the logic behind when you're insulin sensitive, you have to inject less. And this is how you deal with, but what you do with your body, that's another matter. Also, I've been told is I can eat whatever I want, but only in small amounts. So I try to eat, believe it or not, I try to eat twice a day, but obviously I can't always do that because I have to go here and there. And instead of snacking, or if I have a snack, that's normally a fruit. But instead of having these bars, yes, I like kind bars, but I try to stay away from it for now. But instead of having other protein bars or other everything that comes in like the colored packet, I eat real food. This is what I'm aiming at. And I just don't understand how can somebody just have one slice of pizza or how it works. Fancy a pizza is Tuesday evening like I used to do, and I treated myself Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever, or Friday evening, and we had the pizza. But I had a large pizza on my own, and I prepared for it probably. I just had a smaller portion for my first meal, but this is before diabetes. I had just a smaller portion in the morning and earlier, and then at night I had the pizza. And I'm just normally hungry after a day of work, walk a lot, work hard, exercise. One slice of pizza or two slices of pizza doesn't do me well, or if I eat a salad on the side, that doesn't gonna do too much for me. So I'm not saying I'm never gonna eat pizza, because of course I will, but at the moment where I'm just come back in my normal exercise routine, I'm figuring out diabetes and how to manage myself and keep it not just in range now. The target is to keep it around 5.5, between 6 and 4. This is when you think this is what I try to maintain. So I don't think I should eat pizza. And also because I've not been eating pizza for a while now, I'd say about 6 months, maybe more. I don't miss it. So it's strangely, if you eat healthy and you eat real food and you just consistently you consistence on you consistence on this one, real food and exercise, and try to get a good sleep, after a certain period of time you're not craving for junk food. And I've heard this before when I used to watch a bloke. It was on a carnivore diet. I'm not on carnivore or anything, but it was on carnivore diet. I've tried carnivore for a couple of weeks back in the days, about 3 years ago, and that's just not for me. It can be beneficial, I guess, for if you have a specific goal or for a short period of time, but once it just get very boring. And the other thing is, I think nature's got lots of variety of good nutritious food, and I think we should use them and eat them. But these guys said when you go on carnivore, but I think it works with pretty much every diet, including real food diet as well. After a couple of weeks, you feel better, but then because it's just new to you and you didn't change mentally, it's easy to fall, and you never really get the benefits. So you have to give yourself 3 months or 6 months, and then you see how good it is. And now I understand, it makes sense to me. Once you change your lifestyle for a relatively long period of time. Let's say I've not been eating pizza or takeaways for more than 6 months now. I know I can feel the benefit. I know now how good it is for me. And I know how I feel now and how I felt before, even though I was eating healthy, but let's say a takeaway once a week. And then the rest was healthy. But I know what's the difference now, and I know it matters. So it's really true. But anyway, this is just me. Oh, that was a long video. I hope you enjoyed. I wish you a peaceful good evening, a good long weekend, good weekend. Yeah, hopefully it's going to be long and you enjoy and you have lots of fun. And good sleep tonight. Get a good recovery. And then start tomorrow, Saturday, nice and fresh, like I will do. Take care of yourself. See you in the next one. See you. Bye.